for followers for this episode of How Do You Paint? This is not the final episode of How Do You Paint, but let's call this Welcome New Followers. Hey, welcome to the, what is this, 9th, 10th? I'm not even sure what episode this is of Live How Do You Paint with me, Kate White. Man, I thought that I was like totally getting comfortable doing this, and as soon as I press that go live button, my knees get weak and I go into this mad woman zone. That's where I'm at right now. Let me stop thinking about who all is going to come, and let me just get into myself right now. Come on, Kate. Hi. Welcome to the last live episode of How Do You Paint? Last for now. I am nearing the end of my residency here at Mills College Art Museum. It's been great. Thank you, Mills. And so we're going to be trying to finish. Hi, Mr. Malicioso. I'm finally starting to, your name is finally starting to roll off my tongue. Mr. Malicioso. Hi. So, yeah. Still working on Mayonnaise Olympia. After this episode, there aren't going to be any more for a while because I am about to disappear into the wilderness. And that is not a metaphor. That is real. I'm going to go backpacking for a month. So when I come back, I should be, like if I have the kind of experience like that girl who went backpacking on the PCT, who wrote Wild, when I come back, I should be all fixed and write a bestseller about it. And have a TED Talk. Anyway, right now, what we need to we really need to focus on the painting in this episode of How Do You Paint? Last episode, if anyone was here, you saw the total disaster that was created with the laundry basket. And maybe I'll give you guys a close-up. Sorry for that patriarchal language. I'll give you people a close-up of where we're at with the painting. I'd really like to get it done before I leave for my backpacking trip, but I don't see that is going to happen. Unfortunately. Because time is running out. Okay, get on it. So, last episode, if you were here, you saw that I tried to paint the walls of the laundry basket over all the clothes and all the patterns I had here, and it looked horrible. So I had to sand off material, and I am now repainting all of the patterns of the clothing in the jumbled dirty laundry basket. I also am going to repaint the pattern on top of this flap, which was supposed to be hanging over the edge of the laundry basket. I really just screwed it up last time. Here, this is where the whole painting is at. Olympia, and just watch the previous episode in time for this one. Good. So hope maybe you saw what happened with the terrible laundry basket disaster. For those of you who don't know, this is the painting I am playing off of, right? The famous, let me turn this thing around. The famous Olympia painting. Someone sent a request to be in my live video. I don't know what that means, because I think you're already here, with a butt. Is that a butt? Okay. Okay. Really? Oops, shit. Oh. That's an abbreviation I have not come across, FYI. LOL. So, it could be very boring for you people to watch me paint patterns on clothing, but that is, OMG, I know that one. So, I'm not sure, can you all, like, handle watching me paint plaid? Let's see how that goes. Maybe I'll try to, no, here to watch. Okay. One of these days, so when I come back from my big wilderness excursion, I'm going to actually do this show with 2 cameras. So like Bob Ross does, so you'll get to see the close-up painting, and it's going to be edited, and it's going to be just totally professional. And I'm probably going to try to get a little squirrel like Bob Ross had. Peapod. So cute. God, I feel like I'm doing terrible today. Well, that's what live is. Live is wherever you're at. So, the crazy thing about painting plaid is you would think it's really difficult, right? Well, not with YouTube. I went on to YouTube and asked how you paint plaid. Very simple. You need the 3 colors, light, medium, dark. As you can see, I've sort of see from that far distance, I've already gotten my light blue plaid thing down. I'm glad you're saying ha ha. That makes me feel good because I can't hear anybody. I don't know if this is entertaining or not. So thanks for the ha ha. We got light blue. Then what you do is you do your medium color in the big stripes, right, of plaid, because plaid is like a checkerboard type of situation. You're doing great. Thank you. For the youngsters, like the younger people, they do live stuff all the time, and it's not like it is for us older people where it's really nerve-wracking. So you do the plaid stripes in one direction, and then you do the plaid stripes in the other direction. Imperfect works. No one beats Bob Ross. You're right. And you know what? I would never want to beat Bob Ross. Ever. He's so kind and gentle. And I don't think that was an act. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try to channel a little Bob Ross's acceptance of life in all of its light and dark, including myself. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint, oh God, excuse me. My phone just told me I've spent my limit of time on Instagram today because I try to limit myself with my addictions. So I'm going to paint the crisscross lines on the plaid. This is how you do it. Got my medium blue, and let's not screw it up, okay? It's hard to not screw it up when I'm on the show. So, can't see up close anymore. It's a real problem. So, I'm just gonna do some crisscross lines. Yep, like that. Yep. Get them all the same width. And you do 2 lines close together, kind of like tire tracks. And then, you see here, here's a little technique I'm showing you. See my hand? It's to steady this hand, using my whole body. So, Jesus, my quads are shaking, trying to support myself in this position. Okay? Huh, is that right? Is this how you do it? I think. And then then you leave a big gap, a bigger gap, and then you do the 2 more lines. God, this is looking weird. I hope I'm remembering this correctly. It's sort of like math. I always want to see the palette that the artist is working from. Please show me. You mean this? Love your energy. Please do Insta Live doing art more. Okay, I will. When I get back from my wilderness excursion, if I haven't become totally enlightened and have no need for this world anymore, I will keep doing it. So now I'm doing another blue line. Trying to keep my lines a little clean because don't really, can't go messy after you've been going kind of tidy. Well, you could, but I don't know. I get caught in I'm doing it kind of tidy, and then a messy thing will just look like a mess up. I wish I could just do the whole thing messy, but I'm too much of a control freak, uptight person to do it that way. Okay. Okay. And then I do another blue line close to the blue line. Like so. I feel like a lot of the light blue is really covered up in a way that doesn't look right to me, but sometimes it comes together when you do the final step, which I will show you in a minute once I get this blue line in. Okay. Okay. And then we have a peak of another blue line way over here. Now this area right here, this messy little wound in my painting, that was where I had to rip off the cloth that I covered up with white paint and looked terrible. And we're going to replace that on this show. Stay tuned. Super exciting, right? Okay. So I'm going to let that dry for a minute. And we got a lot of patterning crap to do. This laundry basket, I started this laundry basket when I had taken an Adderall. And it got the way an Adderall makes things. Very detailed, very focused. Is this oil? No, it's acrylic. I don't use oil paint anymore. It's too messy. It takes too long to dry. Because I think, as I've said in other episodes, when I paint something I don't like, I can't have it sitting around for 3 days torturing me. I need to cover it up right away. I can't look at it. It's like looking in the mirror and seeing a monster. Just like that. Oh, Brett Sheridan from New Mexico, right? I think you're the New Mexico guy. Long time no see, even though I never saw you. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, it's almost dry, huh? Screw it. It's dry enough. So now I've got my dark blue, the darkest color of my plaid. And what you do after you've done your crisscross of medium colors is you get your dark color, and wherever those crisscrosses cross, wherever those lines cross, you darken it, the little square where they cross. So boring to watch me paint this. I'm very sorry. Actually, I'm not going to apologize. Hey, dare to be boring and doing your own thing. I'm just doing my own thing. All right, so I got this crisscross area and make it dark. Crisscross area, make it dark. Again, you know, I could probably talk about other things while I do this because this is just like filling in. So I don't have to concentrate so much. This painting, I actually had to commit an art heist from the Mills College Art Museum earlier today. I just ripped this thing off the wall during open hours to bring it to my studio to start working on it to get ready for the show. And yeah, I just broke the rules, basically. But you know, there's a higher law that you gotta know about and follow. What is the inspiration behind this piece? Good question. So, you know, lots of painters do their takeoff on Manet's Olympia because there's a lot of power dynamics going on in that painting. There is the male gaze, because Olympia was the first time somebody made a painting of a female nude that was like looking right back and not there for males' eyes, you know, looking back at the male gaze, right? Because she's looking at the viewer, her hand is covered, it's kind of covering her crotch, like available, even though she is a prostitute, but she's got to get paid for her availability. So she was like this like empowered nude thing. But at the time, there was not really any consciousness or interest, I don't think, in the fact, in the black figure, which was her maid in the painting, right? So artists have riffed off of this, playing with rearranging who's who, who's got the power, who's what's what, all that. Oh my God, my quads are screaming. And so I was gonna do, my inspiration was, initially, I was going to do them as a couple to kind of equalize. I was kind of playing with gender and race power dynamics at the same time, like making them a couple, making the maid her girlfriend doing laundry on a Sunday. Both of their laundries. That's why she's wearing a bra, because her shirt needs to get washed. And they wait till the last minute to do their laundry. So, and the girlfriend is like looking at her and she's saying, honey, would you please turn that off? We haven't talked all day. And Olympia, with her like remote stare, is saying, yeah, just a minute, the game's almost over. So my inspiration was that basically the viewer is a television set. It's like erasing the viewer. It's like these women have their own dynamic, their own relationship, and it is separate from all of the projections that a viewer will put on it, because the viewer is just a TV set playing a sports game, right? So that was my initial idea. But then, one, that kind of just started feeling like an easy joke. Two, one of the students here, working here, Yatunde, whose studio is right on the other side of the wall, by the way, was doing this project of going through the archives in the Mills College Art Museum and showing artists of color bringing out works from artists of color and like framing them and making them, letting us see them again. And so she pulled out this painting by Faith Ringgold, black artist who had a show here, I forget when, because time to me is all one thing. I don't remember times, centuries, days. Anyway, it was a painting that she compared to Manet's Olympia and my Olympia, where the black woman is on the, oh, it was actually a portrait of, who was it? Portrait of it was I forget, it was a black singer. Joe Baker? Yeah. She's laying on the bed all like sprawled out, like free in her body, like her own pleasure, like her own body. And then the maid was a white woman back in the back room in this like super Western European style pattern, like Matisse kind of place with like all her clothes on, like fixing, like dusting. God, so then, this is a really long answer to my inspiration. Anyway, that just got me thinking about Olympia's remoteness as being like emotional repression that is the conditioning of the oppressor group. Because in order to be part of the oppressor group, a person has to be disconnected from their spirit and their soul to not recognize someone else's humanity. So then I was like, oh, my Olympia, I'm going to leave her face blank because she's just like not even like human. So then I went into the racial dynamics more. And then, actually I have a few more little plaid things to paint. And then I was thinking about how what I'm into is less subverting who's in power, because I could easily put the black figure in the primary position of sitting on the couch being served, and that would be like subverting maybe like white people being on top. But I don't know how subversive that would be for people who look at art, because everyone who looks at art is like, yes, down with white supremacy. So then I was like, well, maybe what I'm going to do is subvert the idea that being on top is powerful. Subvert our definition of power itself. Because it would be, it'd be great if white supremacy would topple and people who haven't been in power would take over. I don't think that's going to happen. And then we would just have different oppressors and different victims. Or oppressed. So anyway, the whole notion, am I making any sense? Anyway, so what I decided to do was make the girlfriend / maid the subject of the painting by having her be the only one with a face, yet she's still carrying the laundry basket. And then people will be like, wait a second, what does that mean? Who's in power? How do I perceive power? Very interesting how painting develops. Motivation changes moment to moment. Glad I'm not alone. Me too. I'm glad I'm not alone too with that. But it's good, right? Like that's how making a painting, when the painting, oh, I like her face blank. I want to leave it blank. What does that mean? And so it makes me learn what I think about things that I didn't know I thought already. Life is number one, not any one race. Well, that was true until they invented the concept of race to justify colonizing the earth. That was true. And still is, but people don't act as if it is. All right, so can you see how the plaid looks? Looks like plaid to you, right? I hate having to defend my work. I don't defend my work. That is the thing. I don't defend it. I would like to have a Socratic questioning. If someone sees something in my work, I want to be able to ask, so why do you think that is what you see? And if your work is ambiguous enough, then It's not clear. Live video paused. Sorry if I lost you for a sec. Okay, so now everybody, the final move on the plaid is you do the little thin lines. Oh my God, I'm so anxious. Why? I'm so anxious. You know, when I come back and do my How Do You Paint show, after I return from the wilderness, I think I'm going to do it like edited shows, not live, and see how that goes. What do you think of that idea? Because this is so stressful to me. And I feel like I could talk more about more stuff and then cut stuff out that's dumb. Because right now, I just don't want to be boring, so I jump from thing to thing really fast. Hey, can you see what I'm doing? I'm mixing up this I'm using my golden runny. That's what they should call it, runny. It's fluid, golden fluid. To get some, to be able to do a thin line. Because what you do, after you do your crisscrosses and then the dark squares, is you do a very thin line down the middle of each line, of each dark line. And I have this teeny brush that I cut all the hairs off except for a few. The painting looks great. Thank you. It's got a ways to go still, but I do like it because I've only pretty much worked on this painting on this show. So I've been completely out of my mind working on the painting, and that's good to be out of your mind, I think, working on a painting. For me, God, I wish I could have some support under my butt. You're the opposite of boring. I'm listening, watching while doing other things, and this feels good for my brain. You got that ADD brain. I know how that is. If I fall out right now, fall over, call 911. Because I seriously, I'm weak. Okay. Thin line. Ooh, it's too light. I think it's too light. It's supposed to be the same as the light color. I need a stool. I know, but you know what? My stool, I have my computer on because I have to refer to, I'll put my computer in the ground and I'll sit on my stool. Great. Thanks for the help. Sammy! Oh! Oh, God. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm having a low blood sugar thing too, or something. Sammy, hi! I wish you were here in real life. Rubbing my back. She does massage. That's why I said that. All right. Thin line down the middle. Hey! It's starting to look like plaid. It is. Have faith. Have faith in the plaid process. Thin line. Thin line. A thin blue line. It's the police. Isn't that what about the police? Okay. Can you I'll show this to you up close as soon as I'm done. I'm trying to just get it done real quick because I know that watching me do thin lines is not super thrilling. Can I make it more thrilling? Making it thrilling. Hi, Arisa. have so much to talk to you about, Arisa. Not on here, but so much to talk to you about. We gotta talk soon. Okay, thin blue line down the other avenues. Hello. Thin blue line down the other avenue. Sometimes I'll get like a, hi Justin. Sometimes I'll get like a weird mantra stuck in my head that I just say over and over again in my, like when I'm painting by myself. Like I'll just be like, thin blue line down the avenue. Thin blue line down the avenue. It's probably a self-soothing technique. Okay, we got plaid. Done. Done. Want to see it up close? Sure you do. Plaid. Now, I had some sperm. Hey, another New Mexican person. Can you say New Mexican? A person from New Mexico. I wonder, so before I had these like sperm pattern on here that was good. It wasn't on purpose sperm, but it ended up looking like it was just flowers. And I think I could do those. I got to figure out a pattern for this thing. This I'm going to do some stripes. I don't think I'll make you guys watch me do stripes. You want to watch me do this? I could paint, see I got it, because I screwed this up and put this white paint on top of it, even though it was supposed to be folding over the laundry basket when I was doing the show and not paying attention. So I think I'm going to, maybe I'll recreate, try to do some recreation of that pattern. What do you say? Will that be super exciting to watch? I actually have the colors prepared. Love the plaid. Thanks, it's much easier to do than you would think. Go on YouTube and go, how do you paint plaid? Super simple formula. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if I should try to do that right now. It just seems sort of like I'm going to have to spend a lot of time kind of thinking about what goes where to really make it look right. And that's not a good thing to do right now because I can't think straight. You know what we could do? I could glue the real cloth into this spot. See, what started me off on this real cloth thing, you were here for this one, Arisa. If you're still here, you were here for this. You gave me support in this decision where trying to paint folded, Irene, hi. Haven't seen you in a long time either. I was trying to paint folded clothes stuffed in a laundry basket with patterns on them. Very difficult. Beyond me. Vision Flow Creations. Welcome. I'm going to get a new piece of paper. I remember Risa writing this. Oh, okay, yeah. So, I'm just going to go get a new piece of paper. One sec. Here it is. Hi. I better Zeke. Are you better? You're better than other Zekes or better than you were before? So, yeah, Arisa, yes, we decided that rather than me trying to figure out how to paint folded cloth with patterns on it, I would just put real cloth with patterns on it in the painting. Hodgepodge. It's what we called it at the time. I remember everything, except dates. So I'm going to do that. I am going to try to do that right now on camera. I'm going to try to make it just take up this little area like that. It's hard. Better than I was. Good question. How'd you get better? Tell me. I need to know. Better morally, or you just feel better? I think people who try to be better morally are going about it the wrong way. They're just trying to be good people so that they can feel better about themselves. That never works. Then they just pretend they're good people and feel better about themselves and actually are still assholes. So I don't think you should try to be better morally. I think you should try to feel better, and then you'll naturally be better. Because why would you want to hurt anybody if you're not angry and bitter and miserable? Right? So I think the way I'm going to have to do this is I'm going to saturate it better morally, better health, better artist. Whew. Probably all those go together. Although health, I'm not sure about. Saturating the cloth with medium. But also a constant reminder to be moving forward. Are you sure? What's so great about forward? I want to move sideways. It's just, it's just mustard. Gloss medium. Acrylic gloss medium. So here we go. Please work. Please just give me that at least. Give me liberty. Or give me death. The future is the only thing we got, right? No, Abetter-Z. The present is the only thing we've got. We don't have the future. We could die. Well, depends on how you're defining the present. The present is over as soon as you, the present is now, man. The present is always happening. That's all there is. The future become, it's not, I don't need to do all that. Okay. So, that's looking like folded cloth. We do have the past, actually. I mean, the past lives, if we were disembodied, we wouldn't have the past, but we aren't. If we were living in a non-material existence, the past would be gone, but the past lingers in material form, man. It's in ourselves. Anticipation is all we have? What are you on the Enneagram? What about presence? Anticipation is a fantasy. Throw some underwear on there. I actually did have some underwear, but I used them as a rag. I'm having a hard time, you guys, trying to make these pieces work while we're talking about this, while we're having this stoner conversation. What did you say? What is the present is impossible? What does that even mean? It's the only thing that's possible. We have a fundamental philosophical disagreement. just had a deja vu. What? What does that mean? The present just came back again. Trippy. I just had a deja vu. Now what are you trying to tell me? Okay. Crap. Ola. The thing is, you guys, is I don't want to have a giant. I don't think that you say a better Zeke is being a negative Nelly. I don't think a better Zeke is. I don't think it's a negative stance. Actually, I don't think. It does sound a bit nihilistic, though. The present is infinitely fleeting, not being negative. I'm optimistic about the future, hence better. Why are you optimistic about the future? Based on what? Just curious, not challenging you, I'm just truly curious. About what? Hey, that's looking okay. Okay. You guys, I think I did it. Even with all of that distraction, I think that looks like some cloth in the corner of the laundry basket. Thoughts create your experience. It's about disciplining your mind. Thoughts create your experience of your experience. But I don't think if a safe falls on you, your thought created that. The future is in our control? What the hell? Woo! You're gonna... Don't bank on it, son. Don't bank on it. Now what I'm doing, I'm filling in around the cloth I just glued on with the colors I have surrounding it, because I couldn't fit it perfectly like a puzzle piece. Fortunately, I have the colors on hand, but if I didn't, I could recreate them. Okay. Oh, I don't like, ooh, you know what's wrong with this right now? This is a rectangle. That is not how clothes look in a bundled up. It's like, why is that line straight? What do? I have to paint over some of my plaid. We can always make the future better. Better is a value judgment. Judgment is based on expectations. Lose your addiction to expectation. Stern-faced Silly Kate White, my homie from Oakland who paints shit. You guys are having a serious conversation. We can always make the future better. I don't like using this word as much as it seems. I don't think we can. I don't know what better means. I guess we'd have to define our terms before we get too deep into this business. I mean, I think we have the power to feel better, but I think that only comes by loosening our grip on what we think we need to feel better. EKR, LOL. What does EKR mean? The white circles will cover that rectangle. That's true. I'm not sure if I'm watching art or having a lesson in existentialism. Me either. I'm not sure if I'm painting, doing a painting show, or I don't know what the hell I'm doing. What's going on? My hair is getting long and hurting me with its weight. Okay. You want to see what this looks like up close? Come along. Come with me. Let's get back into the job at hand. cool, eh? That works. So, what should I do now? Sperm on here. Bandana pattern on the black. That's too complicated. This is cool though, huh? This real life thing right here. I could do the little sheep. That's easy. The art is very connected to these pursuits. Yes, it sure is. It's all the same thing. Remember, Sashina, you thought that that pattern looked like sperm, and you were right. Okay. With my new almighty clean palette, clean slate, let's do some little sheep. Yeah, you did, Sashina. You said that. It's on tape. You said sperm! Exclamation point. I hate it when my paint thing clogs up. That's why I have my almighty nail. There's the culprit. Okay. About to do a little sheep. Yes, camel toe. Yes. I know. You said that last time, camel toe. I know. You're such a rebel. Okay. Let's do these little sheepies. Hey! An idea. So her arm comes through. Her arm is going to be, it goes under, oh yeah, it goes under the clothes, sort of. It's like embedded in the clothes. Do you use that medium to dilute instead of water? I generally try to use medium to dilute instead of water, because that's better for the integrity of the paint, but I don't always, because I'm just being lazy. Okay, can you just do this 24/7, and can I just have you in the background and the foreground sometimes? You know, if I could get paid to do this 24/7, which some people do, I think maybe I would, although I'd probably, like, lose my soul more than I already have. Who needs a soul? So, yeah. I'm doing a little bit of sheep disappearing into a fold. Are you bringing the sheep into the fold? There's some biblical shit for you. Are you going to paint more of the basket design pattern? Are you going to paint more of the... I'm definitely going to do more pattern on the clothes. And tell me what you think. I need your opinions. So last time I tried to paint the walls of the basket and paint out, I covered up a lot that was inside. And I think it's better if I just have the indication of what the structure of the laundry basket with these line ovals, and rather than covering it all white. So that was my plan, was to, no walls. Okay. Don't build the wall. You think your soul is growing, or else what would be the point? Well, people have all kinds of different points. Hedonism, altruism. What else? Kind of that's it, I guess. So yeah, what I did here is I did indicate that there are some folds in this cloth by the way I did the pattern, which is good. Wait, where would this other sheet be? Okay, there would be a head, like right here. Boy, this is sure picky, icky stuff. See? So that kind of makes it look like, how often do you study your hand? Like that. I do that too. What do you mean steady my hand? Oh, steady with my hand? Yes to the white lines. Okay. Thank you. I agree. I do that whenever I need to. Vision Flow Creations, which is a lot if I'm doing fine detail work and if I'm nervous. It's a lot of the time, I guess. What time is it? Let me just check the time, see how we're doing. Holy crap! Well, you've wasted another almost full hour. I stole that from Car Talk. You wasted another almost full hour on How Do You Paint? A fly just landed on my face. Gross. Disgusting creature. Not you, the fly. Yeah, this went by really fast. What happened? What just happened? That's what it's always like to me. It's like, what the hell just happened? Did we just do something? Or what just went down in the last 50 minutes? Blushing water! Hi, Melissa. You need to add a fly to your basket. You help us slow down. I help you slow down? How the hell does that work? How do I help you slow down? I can't even slow down. Maybe that's how. What? You just got here? Yeah, but you know what? Oh, by watching us lose time. I get you. Well, blushing water. Do not despair. Because this is gonna go on my stories for 24 hours after this. I'm just painting sheep legs and ears and eyes. Tiny work right now. Not good for this show. Bye. Oh, you're not saying bye. Okay. Doing the tiny stuff is not that exciting unless I had a close-up camera, which I will when we really go pro. It's not the same when it's not live. Really? Well, maybe I'll still do some. Long legs and cat. Hey, we have inside jokes on this show. If you've been here the whole time, you know long legs or cat is like the tagline. Maybe that'll be how I end it. All right, I should show you guys the close-up before the countdown, huh? Oh, it's only been like 2 minutes since I last checked the clock. See, I told you time is like elastic for me. Let me have a drink of water. Well, we only have a few minutes left. What should we do? What can we like bust out at the very end? How about this? I just had an inspiration. Remember the laundry room? It's not totally done. I need to outline the doors of the laundry basket, of the washing machine and dryer. So, that's easy, that's simple, I can do that. I am gonna try to finish this painting though, by myself, without you helping me, or distracting me. But I'm gonna, the paint is not sticking because it's spray paint. Shoot! Why does everything have to go wrong at the end? I'm gonna finish this painting. She's feeling the depth right now in the laundry room. Who's she, me? Here was an instance where I thinned my paint with water and it didn't stick. Whoever asked that. So, I need to get some thick paint that'll stick to the... Oh, son of a... Losing the thread, right? Yeah, I'm gonna finish this painting and I'm gonna post it on my Instagram. That's what I'm trying to say. Stencil the room and use spray paint. I don't understand. What do you mean? Now I got some paint. I'm gonna try to, so acrylic paint doesn't stick to spray paint. Not that well. It doesn't that well unless it's like arts. This spray paint I have is supposed to be able to go over with acrylic, but it doesn't stick as well. Especially if your paint is really thin. So I just thickened up my paint and I'm making it work. What's too hard? Living in a laundry room? I've lived in a laundry room. Actually, for some time. We've all been there, or maybe we all haven't, but... Ooh, they look like guys now. What else should I put in the laundry room? Oh yeah, I was gonna do a black and white checker floor, remember? I think I should still do that. Get more pattern going up there. Another little area of density of detail. Can't see. You can't see the laundry room? Dead plant in the laundry room? I don't know if I should have that much detail. Look, I'm definitely doing checkerboard floor, like some perspective. Put you sleeping in the laundry room. Ooh, what would that mean? People will be like, look, she's trying to show that she's like... That would put me like at the bottom of the ladder. Maybe I should do that. Black and white is Masonic? What does that mean? You mean like what is Masonic? Like the Freemasons? It's like cheesy 80s linoleum, isn't it? It must have been loud in there. Well, people who fortunately did not do laundry while I was trying to sleep. It's really just a place where I slept. Is the time going to be over? Freemasons. Well, I hope that people don't think this is Freemasons. But if they do, that just shows that Freemasons are a big part of their consciousness for some reason. Not mine. I don't really pay attention to the Freemasons. Should I? 2 more minutes. My one friend told me her childhood nightmare was the existential grid. She dreamed of just a black and white grid for infinity. And with that feeling of total loneliness and isolation. That's apropos of nothing. Or maybe this is like the grid of meaninglessness, where all distinctions fall apart. You are always keeping your cool. How many other Kates are in there? Where are they? I'm keeping the cool for all of them. Oh, duh, I didn't notice how small the laundry room is. It's in the background. Yeah, I can't put a lot in the laundry room. Oh, time is ticking away. It's almost over. Thank you for being here for the final episode of this season of How Do You Paint Live with me, your host, Kate White. Stay tuned for when I get back.